Hello, welcome to Miss Peepers Reading Corner. I'm Katrina, aka Miss Peepers. Let's talk about insects. Today we're discussing The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. The Metamorphosis is a short story that follows a man named Gregor Samsa, who is a traveling salesman and wakes up one morning to find that he has been transformed into a human-sized insect. A bug. Now, we never find out why this happened, so I'll just tell you that right now. And despite this transformation, this metamorphosis, if you will, Gregor still holds out hope that he can return to his normal life. He's a traveling salesman and he is financially responsible for his family, his parents and his sister. This change, of course, takes him out of commission. This book was banned by the Nazis because Franz Kafka, the author, was Jewish. It was banned by the Soviets because they called it decadent and despairing. Decadent, I don't know, though. It's not a happy story. Despairing is probably an accurate description, though not a good reason to ban a book. And Czechoslovakia, which was Franz Kafka's home country, banned this book because he wrote it in German instead of Czech. Weirdly, I could not find an instance of the United States banning this story, though, give it time. They'll get around to it. There are a lot of books to ban. But this is one that I actually read for the first time in high school. It's a weird little story. So why should you read it? Let's talk about Franz Kafka for a minute. Kafka was not a well man. He was unhappy, perhaps depressed. I'm not a therapist, and even if I were, I would not attempt to diagnose someone who died a little over 100 years ago. But you can tell in his writing that he was not happy, and from what I've read about him as a person, he thought of The Metamorphosis as an intensely funny story. And there are definitely moments of dark humor within it. But to me, reading this, it's about a man who has no autonomy. His parents and sister do not work, so he is financially responsible for the entire family. He hates being a traveling salesman. He hates everything about it, but he's doing it because it's a way he can make money. And he hates his employer, who is incredibly overbearing. In fact, when Gregor does not show up for work that one morning because he has been transformed into a giant insect, his boss sends someone to his house to figure out where he is. So there's a bit of commentary on the workplace in here that unfortunately still feels true today. And the fact that one of Gregor's first thoughts when he wakes up and realizes that he is no longer human is not, what happened to me? How do I fix this? None of that. One of his first thoughts is, okay, I can still get to work though. I just have to get out of bed. He's stuck on his back, and he can't get out of the bed. He's trying to roll himself out of the bed because he's an insect lying on his back. You can picture that. For anyone who finds insect imagery upsetting, this is probably not the book for you. A lot of Kafka's stories put the main character into confounding and bizarre situations that are terrible, but they don't know how they got there or why they're there. Another example is his story, The Trial, which features a man who finds himself on trial but does not know what he's being tried for, but he's expected to defend himself and he doesn't know the accusation. And that kind of intense psychological situation is what was Kafka's forte. Another reason to read this is that the prose is gorgeous. And of course, a lot of credit for that needs to go to the translator, in this case, Donna Freed, because I am reading this in English. So let me know, have you read The Metamorphosis or anything else by Franz Kafka? Tell me in the comments. And either way, whatever you do, please keep reading, and I'll see you in the next one.